Okay, I'm potentially meeting someone who wants to buy my trumpet today, so here she is. And that's all I can do. Look at this 1956 GMC truck. Okay, we're back home now. The violence of this generation. But anyways, I think it went well. The guy that I met was really nice. He was an older gentleman. He was getting it for his grandson. I guess there was some mishap with his trumpet, and then something horrible happened to it in the backseat of someone's car, and then I don't know. I didn't ask the details. It didn't sound good. RIP to that one trumpet, but that's okay because now he has a brand new, barely used trumpet from me. Hopefully nothing bad happens to this one. While we were out, I actually got another message from someone who coincidentally is a member of my band. And he messaged me and asked if I would trade my trombone for a soprano saxophone. I don't know. I agreed to it. I was like, sure, just let me know what day you're available. I don't know if he knows that I know him. It's like one of those situations, right? It's like, I know who he is, but I don't know if he knows who I am. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. If I end up getting a soprano saxophone, I guess that'll be fun. I played soprano sax exactly one time in my high school's pep band because the whole clarinet section didn't show up, and my director was like, wow, we really need someone playing this part. And I was like, I'll do it, I guess. Tomorrow, one of my friends is actually getting married. I don't know if I'll be able to record much of it, for their privacy. I don't want to be weird or annoying about it. But I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna wear. I've never been to a wedding as an adult, actually. The only wedding I've ever gone to was when my dad and my stepmom got married, and that was when I was a child, so I don't really remember any of it. So I need to figure out what we're wearing. I don't know if I'm gonna just wear my suit, like my plain black suit, because I don't have a lot of formal clothes. Like, I don't go to a lot of formal events. I just have my suit for my concerts, and then I have a couple of button-up shirts. I didn't know I was recording. I decided to pull out my alto and play on it for a little bit. I guess you guys can watch me. Yeah, I don't play my alto at all, so I feel kind of bad that it's just sitting here all lonely and neglected. So I'm gonna pull it out today and just play a little bit on it. I could really use a new mouthpiece for this. Look at this. This is my old Selmer mouthpiece that I used for my high school band. And then this is my old jazz mouthpiece that my dad had when he was in school. Ah, my ligature. My no-name, unbranded plastic reeds that I found online. I do want to get some berry reeds for it. This is wild. It does feel wild going back to this instrument after not touching it in so long. I do want to start playing it again because it feels like it's just, it just makes me sad to think about it just sitting here not being used by anyone. And I'm not going to sell my saxophone. I'm not going to do that. But I am going to have fun with it every now and then. Oh my god, this is a terrible angle. Dude, I love having terrible angles every time I come on here. That's still bad. How do people record themselves playing and looking good while doing it? I don't know. Not me. It's just fun, that much. So it's just fun to like break it out every now and then. It still needs to be fixed really bad. Here's why I don't play it. I know no one's gonna care about this unless you're also a musician, but here, you see this? This is my G sharp key. You see how sticky that is? And also when I play a B flat with the first finger doesn't work. Here, I'll play it for you. See how it instantly closes up? Like, I have a spring that's broken in here. So I've been stuck playing side B pretty much the entire time I've had this. So yeah, it's been broken this whole time. It's been broken since I had it in high school, and we just never had the money to fix it. So naturally, like having an instrument that sounded like shit all the time, like I was not inclined to want to pull it out or practice it. Unfortunately, that led me to just not playing at all for like 7 years, which is horrible. Like I was like, not to get too deep, but I was like horribly depressed because I just couldn't play my instrument. And I had my flute at that time, but it's not the same, right? Not having like a working instrument that I could actually play and have fun with was just so depressing. I'd get home from work and have like a half hour before I go to my second job. And then I'd be like, oh, maybe I can practice a little bit. I'd pull my saxophone out and it would just sound terrible. So no, that was a very dark time for me personally. There were other things going on outside of that, but like, I really wish I had my instrument to fall back on, you know, because this is what brings me joy. This is what makes my life worth living. The difference in my quality of life between 2 years ago versus today, after having my instrument that I can play, has been so drastic. Like, I see it in everything. It's crazy how much I need music to function. And I know that sounds so stupid, but like trust me, after living for 7 years without an instrument to play, I was just so depressed. I was so sad and so unmotivated to keep going on. And it's like no matter what I did, no matter how many video games I would play, no matter what other hobbies I would pick up, like nothing was filling that void that I had. In hindsight, I could have just gone and gotten this fixed, but like I've been having this issue with this instrument since I've had it. Like I've had this my whole life. It was my dad's and he gave it to me when I started school. So like this instrument specifically, I have been having these issues with it the entire time I've had it. And my grandmother would go and get it fixed for me, and then I would get it back, and it's like nothing was changed. And it's like, I even went to the store with her and I pointed it out. I was like, my G sharp pad is always sticky, and my B flat key is always broken. Like, please go in there and fix it. And they never did. Like, no matter who we took it to, like, it was unfixable. So yeah, that's just my little story. I don't know, I just felt like talking about it. Like, I don't really know what else to talk about on here. That's my life, right? Music is my life. If you guys don't like music, then you don't have to listen to it, but that's what I like talking about. Now for a slightly okay playthrough of Break Glass with the alto one part. I only sight read through this one time. So you guys are going to get whatever you get, and you're just going to have to deal with it. Okay, we're going to be done with that. He got the job.
I got the job.
Hello.
Hi.
Somebody's getting married today.
Yep.
It's not us.
We wouldn't have it set to 10 in the morning.
We would not be married at 10 in the morning.
Too early.
Hi, spontaneous video today because we didn't actually plan to do this today. Originally, we planned on going to the museum because we had a free weekend, and unfortunately, it's fucking Easter, and we both forgot about it because we don't do Easter. So we ended up going to Lowe's and grabbing some plants, and now we're at our favorite spot. Thank you, honey. So yeah, we planned on going to the museum today, but it's Easter weekend and we don't think they're open. So we went to Lowe's and got a couple of plants. You can see the little thing I'm very excited about back there. What? You didn't have to do that. You just gave yourself a concussion on the window. He was like,
And then we move over for the plants. And then.
Okay. Okay, we're home now, but I figured I'd show you guys what we got. So I got a sweet basil plant because the ones I planted mysteriously vanished from the planter. I don't know what happened. We got a jalapeno pepper plant. I still want to go back and find a habanero, but they were completely out of them. And this is a red bell pepper. And then in here, this was more of like a personal thing. We did get some sweet yellow onions, and then I got 4 of these purple hyacinths because they were on sale. I got a little donkey tail and a little aloe plant. Most importantly, we got a blueberry bush. I tried planting one a couple of years ago, but something happened to it.
Yeah, I killed it.
I think I'm just gonna get that giant planter that we have and keep it in there, and then that way we can make sure it stays safe. Came out to get my mail and there's a little spider out here. A little cobweb spider. They're my favorite. It's a little dark in here, I'm sorry about that, but since our original plans got ruined for today, I'm gonna go through and repot some of the plants that need it, and I'll be doing that outside so I don't get dirt everywhere. Well, I am exhausted and my back is killing me. But I got most of my plants repotted. Well, I got all the ones that needed to be repotted. I made a little succulent basket. I made a little cactus basket. My main goal for this was to just reduce the amount of random pots that I have all over the house. I really wanted to condense them a little bit, and I think I achieved my goal. So I'll go ahead and give you a little house plant tour. Okay, these are the ones that are behind me on stream. I have my nerve plant, a marbled peperomia, and some catnip. Over here, I got my two little cactuses that I took out of that giant pot of them. These two are gonna stay individual because I think they're cute. Like, I have these tiny little pots and they're the perfect size for them. This was actually supposed to be a candle holder. I got this from Pop Shelf if anyone is interested in picking one up because it is really freaking cute. Up here on top of the bookshelf, I didn't touch these ones. Tradescantia, I have a Starry Night Aloe, I have a regular aloe vera, a spider plant, and a Thanksgiving cactus. That is a Thanksgiving cactus, not a Christmas cactus. Look it up. It's my partner's office. I have these two cactuses. Whoa!
Damn, boy, he's thick, boy!
What the fuck?
That's a thick ass boy! Damn!
Anyways, these two cactuses, I kind of forgot about them. I will be honest with you, I did forget about them, but they also do need to be repotted, so I'll probably be doing that tomorrow or later next week. Please don't move. And now here are the ones that I did do. I repotted this spider plant. It needs a little bit of TLC. It got a little bit beat up. A little African violet. It is almost dead. I'm gonna try to revive it. This donkey tail that I just got today, I put it in this nice pot. And then up here I have 6 of my little snake plants. These are the dwarf ones. They stay really short, so I'm not worried about them outgrowing this pot for a while. And I did the same thing with these ones. There's like 4 of them in here. This is the succulent pot that I made. I got this one today, and then these are just the random ones that I had all over the place. Back here is my little ball cactus. I just repotted it because it was way outgrowing the one that it was in. And here's another Tradescantia and a piece of the golden pothos that's rooted, so I'm gonna just let this pot fill out. I have all the little baby cactuses from that one, plus a little bonus one. This one is a different kind. I don't know which one it is, but it was in the same pot. I think it fell off of one of the other ones at the nursery. Here's my giant Monstera deliciosa that was given to me by a friend many years ago. He gave it to me as one cutting. It was one leaf that had roots on it, and I've had it for so long, so now it's massive. I really need to get a pole for it to climb up, but yeah, this one was way overdue for a new pot, just because of how massive it is. But yeah, that's it for now. I am exhausted. I'm so tired. I know this lighting is terrible, but it's already dark out, so I think that's gonna be the end of today for me. You do the crime, you do the time. Although I don't think this is a punishment for him. I think he's having fun. Okay, we will have to find another way to incarcerate him in the future. Apparently this is too much fun. Yeah, you're trapped. What are you gonna do? What is that? A receipt? Aw. Did you just figure out that you're trapped? I wonder if he can get out of there on his own. He's gonna like slink out of the top of it. No, he gave up. He's lazy. He really is just like me. Hello, it's Monday, the day after Easter. Also, the Pope died right after meeting J.D. Vance, but we're not gonna talk about that. Today, we're going... Dude, like, I can't make this shit up, but I will say, as someone who grew up in the Catholic Church, I don't believe it's coincidence that the Pope died minutes after meeting J.D. Vance. Personally, I don't believe in God, but it's just very ironic from an outside point of view, like these biblical events keep happening, and the people who voted for this man just can't even tell. Maybe they're fake Christians. Maybe they say they're Christian, but really they didn't read the Bible at all, and that's why they're not getting it. But I mean, what do you mean J.D. Vance meets the Pope, and then the Pope died minutes later? Like, what do you mean? Like, it's not funny. It is kind of funny. It's a little funny to me. It's ironic that that happened. Anyways, all that aside, today's Monday. I don't have any plans for today except for stream. I went to the post office this morning and dropped off a couple of orders, and then I went to check my P.O. box, and the lockbox was changed. So we talked to the people at the counter, and they were like, oh, well, you were supposed to get new keys, so we'll give you a call in the morning and see what happens. And I feel like it's just been like that since I got this P.O. box. I signed up with a new guy, and he fucked it up, and I'm still dealing with the consequences of his mistake, because that's my life. So hopefully that gets resolved. I'm going to be really upset if I'm going to have to go in there and fix this myself, because I had to fix it last time when it got fucked up. We got some Dunkin'. We stopped at Drug Mart and got some discounted Easter candy. I got a jar of jelly beans. I only like the black ones, but my partner got just one bag of the black ones and a bunch of the colored ones, which I guess is fine. But I really only like the black ones. I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 again. That's been fun. I really wanted to do an evil playthrough, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I keep backing out of it. Like, I keep just making good choices, so... Like, I want to do an evil playthrough just to see what it's like. Like, it's kind of boring playing the game over and over again and just making the same choices every time. Like, I would like a little bit of variety. But yeah, that's all for now. I lied. Okay, so since it's a nice day out today and we're a little bit past our last frost day, I am actually going to take today and get all of my plants outside into that garden bed finally. That's what I normally do. My stranger came to watch. Hi, kitty. You're on guard for me? I'm gonna get you to come inside one day. I may have just stabbed myself straight through the hand. We had a slight mishap in the garden, but that's okay, because I'm a witch who knows first aid. It feels a lot better now than when it first happened. When it first happened, it felt really, really bad. There was a giant thorn, like a giant hawthorn branch in the garden bed. I don't know how it got there because that's not the kind of wood we use to build it, but whatever. I went to snap the twig in half and like add it to the mulch, and then when I grabbed it, I didn't notice there was a giant thorn sticking out of it, and it punctured completely into my hand, like really deep. So that's fine. I came inside, cleaned it really well, and put some oregano oil on it. And if you don't know what that is, it's a pain reliever slash like antibacterial. If you're interested on how to make that, there are plenty of herbalists on the internet with recipes. I even have one on my TikTok if you want to go and see that. But yeah, I washed my hand really well and then just put a drop of the oil directly onto it and rubbed it in, and the pain is gone. I don't feel anything. Like, I can go back outside and keep working because the oil just took the pain away completely. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go outside and try to get the rest of this garden built before anything else happens. Super thankful to be a witch today. Super thankful to be a witch who knows medicine today. Hi, today's Tuesday. I kind of abruptly ended the video from yesterday because I stabbed the hell out of myself. So, here's a look at the garden today. The basil's drooping over because it was a little windy. It'll perk back up now that it got a good water. The 2 pepper plants, and then there's onions all over here. But I pretty much did tomatoes. Then over here is going to be like the beans and the peas and, you know, the taller things. I'm going to plant the blueberry bush in this pot. Sorry, there was a truck coming by. But I'm going to keep it in this pot for now. The last one I put in the ground did not do so well because the soil back here is just not great. So we're going to keep this one in a pot so it stays good and healthy and we actually get something for it. We are selling the bone. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Yeah, we're just out and about today, getting some errands done. We stopped at Dunkin' because I need a little treat because people keep fucking pulling out in front of me and cutting me off, and it's pissing me off. So I'm getting a coffee and calling it a day. Yeah, I don't know what it is about today. Like, I've had several people since leaving the house this morning just cut me off and pull in front of me, which is so fun. I was supposed to start marching band today. We were having like a little kickoff party, not a rehearsal time, but more of like a social event where people are just gonna go and talk and meet each other. I'm not feeling it today. Like, I'm just gonna show up for our first actual rehearsal and call it a day. Oh, and a hand update. I still have the Band-Aid on, but it's feeling much better today. I can fully open and close my hand. My ring finger is still really stiff, so ow, yeah, it's like it really hurts to move. So I'm just taking it easy. I don't have my ring on because I don't want it to interfere with anything, but yeah, we're dealing with that. But it's feeling much better today compared to the past 2 days since I stabbed it. Thank you, honey. Okay, I know what I look like, but I just got done replanting all of my outdoor planters. I just went ahead and put all those onions and my herb seeds in the beds out here so you can kind of see what they're doing. Okay, so here's bed number 1. My little marjoram plants, these come back every year. The person who lived here before me had a ton of these plants everywhere and they just kind of took over the whole yard. You know, it's why you don't plant mint outside. And if you don't know, oregano and marjoram are in the mint family, so they will take over everything. And then the rest of this bed is just those white onions. And then bed number 2, I got some more onions in here, and then this is going to be the herb garden. I found that just planting onions all over the place is the best pest control. It's the best one that's worked for me so far. The squirrels leave everything alone, the birds leave everything alone, especially if you have seeds in the bed. They don't like the smell of onions, so I just plant onions everywhere and it keeps all the pests away, and it's a really good method. Then over here, this was actually really spontaneous. I had no plans for this little bed. I put my 4 discount hyacinth plants that I got at Lowe's. Around the outside are a bunch of little strawberry plants. That's what's going on in the garden. Tell me what you guys are up to. Tell me what you're planting. Tell me what plans you have and what you're looking forward to this year, because we could really use something to look forward to, I think. I think everyone could.